If you're ready to make real changes in your life, this is the place to start. This book will show you how to take control step by step and build habits that help you grow every day. You don't need special skills or huge plans, just simple actions done with focus and commitment. Imagine waking up each morning knowing exactly what to do to get closer to your goals and feeling confident that you are moving forward. You will learn how to break through your limits and keep yourself on track even when things get tough. This is about building strength inside yourself so you can handle anything life throws your way. It's not about quick fixes, but about steady progress that adds up over time. If you stick with the advice here, you'll find yourself becoming more focused, more disciplined, and more in charge of your own success. By the end, you'll have the tools to keep leveling up your life long after you finish reading. This journey starts with a single step, and you're about to take it. Chapter 1, Take Full Responsibility for Everything in Your Life, is the cornerstone of true freedom and growth. It means stepping out of the shadows of excuses and blaming others and recognizing that the power to change your reality lies squarely within you. This idea may sound simple, but its impact is profound. To level up your life, the journey starts with yourself and how you choose to respond to every challenge, every success, and every setback. Owning your life means understanding that no one else controls your thoughts, emotions, or actions. It's not about blaming yourself harshly or feeling weighed down by guilt, but rather embracing a mindset that puts you in the driver's seat of your existence. When you accept full responsibility, you stop being a victim of circumstances and become the architect of your destiny. It requires a deep, honest look inward to see where you might be avoiding accountability. This isn't easy because the mind naturally wants to protect itself by shifting blame to others, to luck, or to the situation. However, growth happens only when you stop looking outward for reasons and start looking inward for answers and solutions. Every choice you make, no matter how small, contributes to the direction of your life. The moment you stop blaming external factors, you reclaim your power. This means no longer saying things like, "I can't because of my background," "It's not my fault I failed," or "Life is unfair to me." These statements may feel true in the moment, but they only keep you stuck. Instead, embrace the truth that your past does not define your future. Failures are lessons, and fairness is not a prerequisite for success. What matters most is your reaction, your commitment, and your willingness to take action. Start by recognizing the areas in your life where you have been giving away your power. Are you waiting for the right opportunity to come knocking? Are you blaming others for your unhappiness or lack of progress? Are you allowing fear or doubt to hold you back? These are all ways of avoiding responsibility. Take a moment to honestly answer these questions. When you do, you begin to see where your energy is leaking and where you can reclaim it. Taking full responsibility also means owning your emotions. You may not control what happens around you, but you control how you feel about it and how you express those feelings. This is the essence of emotional maturity and resilience. It means understanding that while you cannot always control external events, you can control your inner state. For example, when faced with criticism, instead of reacting defensively or shutting down, you can choose to listen, learn, and grow. When confronted with disappointment, you can decide to move forward rather than wallow in regret. An important step in this process is developing self-awareness. Pay close attention to your thoughts and habits. Notice when you slip into blaming or making excuses. Catch yourself in those moments and gently but firmly remind yourself that the only person responsible for your life is you. This self-awareness creates a powerful feedback loop that allows you to course correct and grow stronger over time. Taking responsibility means making conscious choices every day, even when it's uncomfortable. It's easy to take responsibility when things are going well, but true growth happens when you take responsibility during difficult times. These are the moments that test your character and resolve. For instance, if you fail at something, don't run from it or blame others. Instead, ask yourself what you can learn and what you will do differently next time. When you face setbacks, remind yourself that every failure is a stepping stone to success when you own it fully. It is also crucial to take responsibility for your health, your relationships, your career, and your finances. Each of these areas is a reflection of the choices you have made and continue to make. No one else can live your life for you. You cannot expect to improve your financial situation if you refuse to manage your spending or develop new skills. You cannot expect better relationships if you do not communicate honestly and set healthy boundaries. You cannot expect better health if you do not nourish your body and move it regularly. Taking responsibility means setting clear standards for yourself and living by them. It means refusing to settle for less than you deserve or less than you are capable of. It means holding yourself accountable not just to others but most importantly to yourself. This internal accountability is what separates those who talk about change from those who actually achieve it. Another powerful aspect of taking full responsibility is the way it shifts your energy. When you stop blaming and start owning, you become proactive instead of reactive. Your energy focuses on solutions rather than problems. You become more confident because you realize that no matter what happens, you have the ability to choose your response. This confidence fuels further action and creates a positive cycle of growth. Taking full responsibility also means forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Holding on to guilt or shame only drains your energy and keeps you stuck. Forgiveness is not about ignoring your mistakes, but about accepting them, learning from them, and moving forward with wisdom. When you forgive yourself, you free up mental space and emotional energy to focus on the present and future. One practical way to start taking full responsibility is to keep a daily journal where you honestly reflect on your actions, thoughts, and feelings. Ask yourself questions like, what did I do today that moved me closer to my goals? Where did I avoid responsibility? What lessons did I learn? How will I improve tomorrow? Writing your answers forces clarity and commitment. It is also helpful to develop the habit of pausing before reacting. When something challenging happens, take a breath, step back and choose your response consciously. This simple act builds self-control and allows you to act from strength rather than impulse. Surrounding yourself with people who also take responsibility helps reinforce this mindset. Engage with those who inspire you to grow and who hold themselves accountable. Their example will encourage you to keep your standards high. Remember that taking full responsibility is a lifelong practice, not a one-time event. There will be days when you slip back into old habits of blaming or avoiding accountability. This is normal. What matters is that you catch yourself and recommit. Every time you do, you build resilience and strength. This principle aligns deeply with the wisdom of Stoicism, which teaches that while you cannot control external events, you can always control your attitude and actions. By focusing on what you can control yourself, you free yourself from the chaos of blaming and complaining. This freedom is where true power lies. In practice, when you take responsibility for your life, you start to notice opportunities you may have missed before. You become more resourceful and creative because you are no longer waiting for someone else to fix things or for luck to change your situation. You realize that the only person who can make your life better is you. This realization should motivate you to take consistent action every day, no matter how small. It could be as simple as waking up earlier to plan your day, choosing healthier food, setting a boundary with someone who drains you, or learning a new skill. These small choices add up over time and lead to dramatic improvements. When life throws obstacles at you, and it will, remember that taking responsibility means facing those obstacles head-on. You won't run away or blame others. Instead, you will find a way through. This mindset turns challenges into opportunities for growth and makes failure a teacher rather than a defeat. Taking full responsibility for your life also means aligning your actions with your values. When you know what truly matters to you, your decisions become clearer and your motivation stronger. This alignment creates inner peace because you are living authentically. In summary, owning your life means recognizing that your thoughts, emotions, and actions shape your reality, stopping blame and excuses, and embracing full accountability, developing self-awareness to catch unproductive habits, taking responsibility for your health, relationships, career, and finances, forgiving yourself, and learning from mistakes. Choosing your responses consciously rather than reacting impulsively, surrounding yourself with accountable and inspiring people, practicing daily reflection and consistent small actions, embracing challenges as opportunities to grow stronger, aligning your life with your deepest values for true fulfillment. This approach does not guarantee a life without hardship, but guarantees a life lived with dignity, strength, and progress. By starting with yourself and taking full responsibility, you unlock the power to level up your life in ways you may never have imagined possible. This is the foundation on which every other change is built. The moment you fully own your life, everything shifts. Your mindset, your habits, and your future all respond to this new commitment. This is not just a lesson for the moment, but a lifelong practice that leads to continuous growth, resilience, and freedom. Taking full responsibility is not a burden but a liberation. It is the gateway to becoming the person you were meant to be. It is the most powerful action you can take today and every day. The path to a better life begins with you and the decision to own it completely. This is the real starting point for anyone ready to level up their life. Chapter 2. Build a daily routine that strengthens your focus. Building a daily routine that strengthens your focus is one of the most practical and powerful ways to improve your life. Focus is the foundation of productivity, creativity, and progress. Without it, your energy scatters, tasks linger unfinished, and distractions take over. Creating a routine that nurtures your ability to focus is not about rigid schedules or overwhelming lists. It's about crafting a set of habits that guide your mind into a state of sustained attention, making it easier to accomplish meaningful work and make consistent progress toward your goals. The first step is to understand that focus is like a muscle. The more you exercise it deliberately, the stronger it becomes. Just as your body needs a warm-up before intense physical activity, your mind also benefits from rituals that prepare it for deep concentration. A well-designed daily routine includes intentional moments that signal to your brain it's time to focus. These can be simple habits such as starting your day with quiet reflection, light movement, or organizing your workspace. The key is consistency. Doing these same actions regularly builds a mental association that cues your brain to shift into focus mode naturally. Another essential aspect of strengthening focus through routine is managing your environment. Your surroundings can either support your attention or drain it. Decluttering your workspace, minimizing noise, and controlling interruptions are practical steps that create a space conducive to focus. When your environment is clear and orderly, your mind doesn't have to work as hard to filter distractions, leaving more energy available for the task at hand. Incorporating breaks strategically into your routine is equally important. Focus is not about working non-stop for hours, it's about working deeply for periods and then allowing your mind to rest. Using techniques like the Pomodoro method, working in focused bursts of 25 minutes followed by short breaks, helps maintain mental stamina. These breaks prevent burnout and keep your concentration sharp over the long run. Your routine should include regular pauses where you step away from your work, stretch, breathe deeply, or take a quick walk. These small resets recharge your brain and enhance your ability to maintain focus. Another way to build focus is by prioritizing your tasks daily. When your day is cluttered with too many demands, your attention scatters and you end up feeling overwhelmed. A simple habit is to identify the top 1 to 3 tasks that will make the biggest impact on your goals each day. Start with the most important one when your energy and focus are highest, often in the morning. By narrowing your focus to what truly matters, you conserve mental energy and avoid the trap of busyness without progress. Routine also helps by reducing the number of decisions you make daily. Decision fatigue drains your focus and willpower. When you automate certain parts of your day, like what you eat for breakfast, your workout schedule, or when you check emails, you free up mental space. This mental freedom allows you to direct more attention to the work that requires your full presence and creativity. Simplify where you can. Create habits around essentials so you don't waste focus on trivial choices. Sleep and nutrition are critical pillars that support your routine and focus. Without adequate rest, your brain's ability to concentrate diminishes significantly. Similarly, what you eat affects your cognitive performance. Establishing consistent sleep and meal times within your routine ensures that your body and mind are prepared to sustain focus. Paying attention to hydration and balanced nutrition fuels your brain for better clarity and endurance. Mindfulness and meditation practices can be powerful daily habits to strengthen focus. These practices train your mind to stay present and resist distractions. Even just a few minutes each day spent focusing on your breath or observing your thoughts without judgment can improve attention control. Adding a short mindfulness session to your morning or evening routine can help build mental resilience and sharpen your ability to return your focus when your mind wanders. Setting clear boundaries around your work time is another crucial habit to include. Many struggle with focus because their day lacks structure and interruptions creep in from all directions. Protecting chunks of time for uninterrupted work requires communicating your schedule to others and creating physical or digital boundaries. For example, turning off notifications, closing unnecessary tabs, or working in a dedicated space helps reinforce these boundaries. When others see that you are committed to focused work, they are more likely to respect your time. Journaling at the start or end of your day can also reinforce focus in your routine. Writing down your priorities, intentions, and reflections organizes your mind and creates accountability. This habit keeps your goals clear and helps you track where your focus is strong and where it needs improvement. Over time, journaling develops self-awareness around your productivity patterns and mental blocks. Physical exercise is another essential component that supports focus. Movement stimulates blood flow and oxygen delivery to the brain, boosting cognitive function. Integrating a regular exercise session into your routine, whether it's a brisk walk, yoga, or strength training, improves your mental stamina. Exercise also reduces stress and improves mood, which indirectly enhances your ability to concentrate during focused work periods. The beauty of a focus-building routine is that it's flexible and personal. There is no one-size-fits-all formula. What matters is creating habits that fit your lifestyle and align with your energy cycles. Experiment with different routines to discover what helps you enter flow states most easily. Some people find their focus peaks in the early morning, while others work best late at night. Honor your natural rhythms by scheduling demanding tasks during your peak focus times. Technology, while a source of distraction, can also be a tool to support your focus when used wisely. Apps that block distracting websites, timers that encourage focused intervals, and digital to-do lists can all be integrated into your routine to enhance productivity. However, it's important to set limits on screen time and be mindful of how digital devices affect your attention span. Accountability partners or groups can further strengthen your focus routine. Sharing your goals and progress with someone who encourages and checks in with you creates external motivation and structure. This social element adds a layer of commitment that makes it harder to stray from your routine. Whether it's a friend, coach, or a community, connecting with others on similar paths helps maintain momentum. Building a routine that strengthens your focus also means being patient and kind to yourself during the process. Developing sustained attention takes time and consistent effort. There will be days when distractions win and your mind feels restless. Instead of frustration, view these moments as opportunities to practice refocusing. The act of bringing your attention back after it wanders is itself training your focus muscle. Over time, this daily routine becomes a foundation that supports every area of your life. Whether you want to excel at work, deepen your relationships, or pursue creative passions, stronger focus allows you to engage more fully and produce higher quality results. The satisfaction and confidence that come from this mastery of attention fuels further growth and encourages lifelong learning. Each morning presents a new chance to recommit to your routine. By consistently showing up for yourself and following the habits that support focus, you build a reliable structure that withstands the ups and downs of life. Your routine becomes a tool that guides you through distractions and challenges, helping you stay aligned with your purpose. In essence, building a daily routine that strengthens your focus is about creating a rhythm that nurtures your mental clarity and discipline. It requires intention, experimentation, and dedication, but the rewards are immense: increased productivity, less stress, greater creativity, and a deeper sense of accomplishment. By taking control of your daily habits, you unlock your full potential and step closer to leveling up your life. Chapter 3. Break your limits by doing one hard thing daily. Challenging yourself every day with one difficult task is a powerful way to expand your limits and grow stronger both mentally and emotionally. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. The moment you choose to face something hard, you create an opportunity to learn resilience, develop grit, and prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you believed. This daily commitment to doing one hard thing sets a foundation for continuous transformation. Doing something hard every day forces you to confront resistance. Resistance can be fear, doubt, or simple laziness. By choosing to push through it, you train your mind to override automatic avoidance. This process rewires your brain, building new pathways for perseverance and courage. Each small victory adds up, making the next challenge feel more manageable. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes part of your new normal. Selecting your daily hard task doesn't mean overwhelming yourself with enormous challenges. It's about identifying one action that stretches you beyond your comfort level and committing to it. This might be having a difficult conversation, waking up earlier than usual, tackling a complex project, or pushing through a physical workout. The key is consistency and intentionality, not the size of the task. Starting with manageable challenges is important. Trying to do too much too fast can lead to burnout or discouragement. Begin by choosing a task that is hard enough to require effort but still achievable. Success in these small battles builds momentum. As you grow stronger, you can increase the difficulty. This gradual approach makes progress sustainable and keeps motivation alive. When you commit to this practice, you develop discipline. Discipline is the muscle that controls your actions when motivation wanes. By regularly doing what's difficult, you strengthen this muscle. This means you rely less on fleeting feelings and more on consistent habits to move forward. Discipline creates freedom by allowing you to control your responses and shape your reality rather than being controlled by impulses. Facing challenges daily improves your problem-solving skills. Each difficult task demands creative thinking, planning, and flexibility. You learn to analyze obstacles, consider alternatives, and adapt when things don't go as planned. This mindset shift transforms challenges into opportunities for learning instead of sources of frustration. With practice, you become more resourceful and confident in handling whatever life throws your way. Handling discomfort regularly increases your tolerance for stress. Life inevitably presents difficult situations. When you expose yourself to controlled challenges, your stress response becomes less reactive and more balanced. You learn to remain calm and composed under pressure. This emotional resilience improves relationships, work performance, and overall well-being. Doing hard things every day also builds self-trust. When you show up for yourself repeatedly, even in discomfort, you prove that you can count on yourself. This trust deepens your self-esteem and belief in your capabilities. You become less dependent on external validation and more grounded in your inner strength. Journaling about your daily challenges enhances this process. Writing down what you did, how you felt, and what you learned helps solidify the experience. Reflection uncovers patterns in your behavior and thinking that either support or hinder your growth. It keeps you honest and mindful of progress. This practice turns hard tasks into meaningful lessons. Sharing your challenges with a supportive community adds accountability and encouragement. Knowing others witness your efforts motivates you to keep going, even when it's tough. Their feedback and support provide perspective and celebrate victories. Connection reminds you that struggle is universal and not a sign of weakness. Celebrating small wins is essential. After completing each hard task, take a moment to acknowledge your effort and growth. This positive reinforcement reinforces the habit and makes the journey enjoyable. Recognizing progress keeps you inspired and willing to face the next challenge. Breaking limits daily transforms your identity. You shift from seeing yourself as someone who avoids difficulty to a person who embraces it. This new self-image changes how you approach life. Challenges become invitations to grow instead of threats to avoid. This mindset is the foundation of extraordinary achievement. Remember that failure is part of the process. Some hard things will not go perfectly, and that is expected. Mistakes and setbacks provide valuable feedback. They teach humility, patience, and perseverance. Embracing failure as a teacher rather than a defeat keeps you moving forward with resilience. To maintain this practice long-term, create a ritual around your hard task. This could be a morning commitment, a checklist, or a brief meditation before starting. Rituals signal your mind to prepare for challenge and make the habit more automatic. Over time, the resistance to doing hard things lessens because your routine supports your growth. Balancing challenge with self-compassion is critical. Pushing yourself is important, but so is recognizing when to rest and recharge. Extreme strain without recovery leads to burnout. Listening to your body and emotions ensures you sustain this practice without harm. Growth is a marathon, not a sprint. Visualizing success before attempting your hard task can boost confidence and focus. Imagine completing the challenge and the feelings that come with it. This mental rehearsal prepares your brain to succeed. Positive anticipation reduces anxiety and increases determination. Overcoming daily challenges rewires your beliefs about what is possible. You replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones through action. This shift creates new standards for your life, raising your expectations for yourself and what you demand from your circumstances. The accumulation of daily hard work leads to extraordinary results. Progress compounds quietly but powerfully. Each difficult task is a building block toward mastery and fulfillment. This steady climb builds resilience that carries you through life's bigger obstacles. Commitment to daily challenge fosters a mindset of growth and adaptability. You become someone who seeks learning and improvement rather than comfort and stagnation. This mindset attracts opportunities and opens doors that were once closed. Facing a hard task each day also strengthens your ability to make decisions under pressure. You gain clarity and confidence in choosing action over avoidance. This decisiveness spills over into other areas of your life, improving leadership and problem-solving. Physical health benefits from doing hard things as well. Challenging your body through exercise or demanding tasks increases stamina, strength, and vitality. The connection between body and mind means that physical challenges improve mental toughness. This practice builds mental toughness, a quality essential for success and happiness. Mental toughness allows you to maintain effort and enthusiasm, even when conditions are difficult or motivation is low. It becomes a reliable source of inner power. Developing the habit of doing one hard thing daily also cultivates gratitude. You begin to appreciate your strength and the progress you make. This gratitude shifts focus from what is lacking to what is growing in your life. To begin, choose one challenging task for tomorrow. Make it specific and realistic. Prepare yourself mentally by acknowledging the discomfort it may bring, but commit anyway. The action of committing itself builds courage. Over time, increase the difficulty or frequency of your hard tasks as you grow stronger. Challenge yourself to try new types of difficulties, expanding your growth in different areas of life. This variety prevents boredom and broadens your capabilities. Track your challenges in a journal or app. Record what you did, how you felt before and after, and any insights gained. Reviewing this record over weeks and months shows clear evidence of your transformation and keeps motivation high. Remember that doing one hard thing daily is not about punishment. It's an act of self-love and investment in your future self. Each challenge is a gift you give to your growth and potential. With commitment and persistence, this habit becomes a cornerstone of your character. You develop a resilience that empowers you to face uncertainty and adversity with confidence. This strength permeates every part of your life, enriching relationships, career, and personal fulfillment. The simple yet profound act of choosing to do one hard thing each day changes everything. It rewires your brain, shapes your habits, and elevates your mindset. It proves to yourself that you are stronger than your fears and limits. This daily practice is a reliable path toward leveling up your life in meaningful and lasting ways. Chapter 4. Set clear goals and follow them with discipline. Setting clear goals and following them with discipline is the backbone of any meaningful progress in life. Without clear targets, effort becomes scattered and motivation fades. Goals act as a compass that guides your actions and decisions. When paired with discipline, they turn intentions into reality. To truly level up your life, mastering the art of goal setting and consistent follow-through is essential. Clarity in goal setting starts with defining exactly what you want to achieve. Vague desires like, "I want to be successful" or "I want to be healthier" lack the precision needed to drive action. Instead, specify what success or health looks like to you. For example, decide to save a certain amount of money, complete a course, or run a set distance. Clear goals provide focus and make it easier to measure progress. Writing your goals down transforms them from abstract ideas into commitments. When you see your goals in writing, they become real and tangible. This simple act builds accountability and signals to your mind that these objectives deserve your attention and effort. Keeping your goals visible daily reinforces your commitment and reminds you of what you are working toward. Breaking big goals into smaller, manageable steps prevents overwhelm. Large goals can feel intimidating, causing procrastination or self-doubt. By dividing them into clear, achievable milestones, progress becomes more accessible. Each small step completed boosts confidence and fuels momentum. This method turns overwhelming ambitions into a series of focused actions. Setting deadlines creates urgency and helps prioritize your time. Open-ended goals risk endless delays because there is no pressure to act now. Assigning timelines forces you to create plans and take regular steps. Deadlines create a natural rhythm that keeps your efforts steady and prevents drifting away from your objectives. To maintain discipline, cultivate routines that support your goals. Routines automate positive habits, reducing the mental energy needed to stay consistent. For example, if your goal is to write a book, establish a daily writing time. When actions become habitual, discipline strengthens because you act out of habit rather than relying solely on willpower. Avoid waiting for motivation to act. Motivation fluctuates and is unreliable as a driver for consistent effort. Discipline is the skill of continuing even when motivation is low. Training yourself to work regardless of feelings builds mental toughness and ensures steady progress. This reliability creates a foundation for achieving even the toughest goals. Tracking progress is a vital tool for discipline. Regularly reviewing what you have accomplished reinforces your commitment and highlights areas needing adjustment. It also celebrates success, no matter how small, which keeps enthusiasm alive. Without tracking, goals can become abstract and motivation can wane. Expect obstacles and plan for them. Challenges and distractions are inevitable, but they don't have to derail you. Anticipate potential difficulties and develop strategies to overcome or avoid them. This preparation strengthens your resilience and keeps you on course even when circumstances get tough. Learn to say no to things that do not align with your goals. Discipline includes protecting your time and energy from distractions and temptations. This may mean declining social invitations, avoiding time-wasting activities, or setting boundaries with others. Prioritizing your goals means making choices that support rather than undermine your progress. Accountability partners or mentors can enhance your discipline. Sharing your goals with someone who supports your growth creates external motivation. They provide encouragement, honest feedback, and help you stay on track when your own resolve falters. Accountability transforms your journey from solitary to supported. Visualizing the benefits of achieving your goals strengthens commitment. Picture the satisfaction, freedom, or impact your success will bring. This emotional connection makes the effort feel worthwhile and motivates consistent action. Visualization fuels perseverance by keeping your purpose clear. Celebrate milestones to maintain momentum. Recognize each step forward as a victory. This practice builds positive associations with effort and reinforces your identity as someone who follows through. Celebrations don't have to be extravagant. Simple acknowledgements or small rewards are effective. Stay flexible in your approach while holding firm to your goals. Life is unpredictable, and rigid plans can cause frustration. Adapt your methods if needed, but keep your destination in sight. Flexibility combined with discipline allows for continuous progress despite changing circumstances. Discipline develops over time through repetition and self-compassion. It's normal to face setbacks or moments of weakness. Instead of harsh judgment, view these moments as learning experiences. Recommit quickly and continue moving forward. This mindset builds sustainable discipline rather than fragile perfectionism. Surround yourself with environments that support your goals. Your surroundings influence your habits and mindset. Organize your physical and social spaces to minimize distractions and increase motivation. For instance, create a dedicated workspace or join groups aligned with your aspirations. Regular reflection deepens your understanding of why your goals matter. Revisiting your purpose reignites passion and clarifies priorities. This practice keeps you emotionally connected to your goals, which is essential for enduring discipline. Understand that goals evolve as you grow. Be open to revising them when your values or circumstances change. This flexibility ensures your efforts remain relevant and fulfilling. Discipline is not about stubborn persistence, but wise consistency toward meaningful aims. Time management is a critical discipline skill for goal achievement. Prioritize high-impact tasks and avoid multitasking. Focused work sessions increase productivity and reduce burnout. Learning to manage your time well maximizes the returns on your effort. Use setbacks as opportunities to learn and improve. Analyzing failures helps refine your strategy and strengthens resolve. Viewing obstacles as feedback rather than defeat transforms challenges into growth catalysts. Practice gratitude for the progress you make. Appreciating your efforts and small successes shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. This positive perspective nurtures motivation and sustains your journey. Develop mental clarity by eliminating unnecessary commitments. Saying yes to fewer things creates space and energy for your goals. Simplifying your focus intensifies your discipline and effectiveness. Remember that discipline is freedom. When you consistently align your actions with your goals, you gain control over your life. This control reduces stress, increases confidence, and creates opportunities. Discipline frees you from chaos and indecision. Use affirmations to reinforce your commitment. Positive self-talk strengthens your belief in your ability to follow through. Repeat statements that reflect your dedication and capability to succeed. Understand that daily small actions accumulate into profound change. The consistency of disciplined effort compounds over time, creating momentum that drives major breakthroughs. Stay patient with the process. Some goals require sustained effort before visible results appear. Trust in your disciplined actions to eventually deliver the outcomes you desire. Develop resilience by practicing discipline through routine discomfort. Embracing challenges in your daily habits builds endurance for bigger life trials. Lastly, recognize that setting clear goals and following them with discipline is a lifelong skill. It becomes the foundation of your personal growth and fulfillment. Mastering this skill elevates every aspect of your life and unlocks your highest potential. Chapter 5. Eliminate distractions that waste your energy and time. Distractions are the silent thieves of time and energy, quietly pulling you away from what truly matters. When distractions take hold, your focus fractures, your productivity drops, and your progress stalls. Eliminating distractions is not just about avoiding interruptions. It is about reclaiming your power to direct your attention and energy toward your goals. To level up your life, you must become deliberate in recognizing, managing, and removing distractions that drain you. Start by becoming deeply aware of where your attention goes throughout the day. Many distractions happen unconsciously: checking your phone without purpose, letting your mind wander during important tasks, or getting caught up in unnecessary noise. Observe these moments honestly without judgment. Awareness is the first step to change. When you notice yourself slipping away from focus, pause and gently bring your attention back to the present task. Identify the most common sources of distraction in your environment. These can be digital, like social media, emails and notifications, or physical, like clutter, noise, or people interrupting you. Once you know your biggest distractions, take concrete steps to reduce or remove them. Turn off non-essential notifications, create a clean workspace, and communicate boundaries to others to protect your focus time. Use technology wisely rather than letting it control you. Phones and computers are tools meant to serve your goals, not to hijack your attention. Set specific times to check emails and social media instead of allowing constant interruptions. Consider apps or features that limit access to distracting sites during work periods. By controlling technology use, you regain mastery over your time. Cultivate the habit of deep work by scheduling focused blocks without distractions. These uninterrupted sessions allow your mind to fully engage with meaningful tasks, resulting in higher quality output. Start with short intervals and gradually increase the duration as your ability to concentrate grows. Consistently practicing deep work rewires your brain for sustained attention. Create rituals around your work to signal your brain it's time to focus. This could be as simple as organizing your desk, playing specific music, or lighting a candle. Rituals help condition your mind to enter a state of concentration, making distractions less tempting. Over time, these cues become powerful triggers for productive focus. Learn to manage your internal distractions like worries, doubts, or random thoughts. These mental interruptions can be just as disruptive as external ones. When distracting thoughts arise, acknowledge them without resistance, jot them down if necessary, and then gently redirect your focus. Meditation or mindfulness practices strengthen this skill by training your mind to observe thoughts without attachment. Prioritize tasks to minimize decision fatigue and reduce distraction risk. Knowing exactly what to do next limits the time your mind spends wandering or procrastinating. Use simple lists or planners to map out your day. When your plan is clear, your focus sharpens because your energy is directed by intention, not by scattered impulses. Avoid multitasking as it fragments your attention and reduces efficiency. Concentrate fully on one task before moving to the next. This practice enhances quality and shortens completion time. Giving your full attention to a single activity builds discipline and reduces the temptation to shift focus unnecessarily. Set clear boundaries for work and rest periods. Constantly switching between work and leisure without defined limits invites distraction. Allocate specific times for relaxation, socializing, and hobbies outside your focused work blocks. Respecting these boundaries improves mental clarity and energy during focus times. Recognize that distraction often stems from discomfort or boredom. Sometimes your mind seeks escape from challenging or tedious tasks. Instead of giving in, reframe your mindset about the task. Break it into smaller steps. Set a timer to work intensely for a few minutes, or reward yourself afterward. Facing discomfort directly diminishes the power of distraction. Minimize clutter in both your physical and digital spaces. Clutter drains mental energy and invites distraction by creating visual chaos. Regularly clean and organize your workspace, files, and apps. A tidy environment promotes calmness and a clearer mind, allowing you to focus with ease. Practice saying no to unnecessary commitments or interruptions. Protecting your time means setting boundaries with others, politely declining requests that don't align with your priorities. Learning to say no frees up space for what truly moves you forward and reduces the chances of distraction by external demands. Use breaks intentionally to reset your focus. Short breaks between deep work sessions refresh your brain and prevent burnout. Engage in activities that relax and recharge you rather than distracting you. Walking, stretching, or brief mindfulness exercises help clear mental clutter and prepare you for renewed concentration. Recognize the emotional triggers that lead to distraction. Stress, anxiety, or excitement can pull your attention away from the present. Developing emotional awareness allows you to address these feelings directly instead of letting them control your focus. Techniques like deep breathing or journaling can help manage emotional distractions. Understand that eliminating distractions is not about perfection but progress. You will face interruptions and mental wandering. The goal is to reduce their frequency and impact, and to cultivate the habit of bringing your focus back swiftly. Each time you do this, you strengthen your mental resilience and improve your ability to control your attention. Surround yourself with an environment that encourages focus. This includes people who respect your time and goals, and spaces designed to minimize interruptions. Being in the right setting supports your efforts and reduces the mental energy spent fighting distractions. Develop a compelling why for your work to boost focus. When your purpose is clear and deeply motivating, distractions lose their grip. Remind yourself of the bigger picture and how your daily actions contribute to your vision. This connection energizes your attention and makes distractions feel less important. Incorporate regular digital detoxes to reset your relationship with technology. Set aside time away from screens and social media to reconnect with yourself and your surroundings. This practice restores mental clarity and reduces the habitual pull of digital distractions. Be patient with yourself as you work to eliminate distractions. Changing habits takes time and persistence. Celebrate small wins and improvements in your focus. Recognize that every step toward less distraction strengthens your ability to live intentionally and productively. Focus is a skill that grows stronger with practice. Commit to daily exercises that challenge your attention span. Gradually increase the complexity or duration of focused tasks. This consistent effort builds mental stamina, making distractions easier to resist. Recognize when distraction is a sign to rest or recharge. Sometimes the urge to shift attention signals fatigue or overload. Honor these needs by taking care of your physical and mental well-being. Adequate sleep, nutrition, and exercise support sustained focus and reduce susceptibility to distractions. Practice mindful presence in all your activities. Fully engaging with what you are doing anchors your attention and diminishes wandering thoughts. Mindfulness trains your brain to remain in the moment, which is the antidote to distraction. Use visual cues to remind yourself to stay focused. Notes, timers, or apps can act as external prompts to bring you back when your mind drifts. These tools reinforce your intention and help you cultivate greater self-control. Remember that every distraction avoided is energy preserved for your goals. Protecting your focus is a form of self-respect and commitment to your growth. The more you guard your attention, the more powerful and effective you become. Ultimately, eliminating distractions requires a combination of awareness, environment design, habit formation, and emotional management. It demands discipline, but rewards you with increased productivity, deeper satisfaction, and a life directed by your purpose rather than by interruptions. Taking control of your focus transforms your daily experience and accelerates your journey to leveling up your life. Chapter 6. Speak honestly and stand strong in your truth. Speaking honestly and standing strong in your truth is one of the most empowering steps you can take to level up your life. When you speak from a place of authenticity, you free yourself from the burden of pretending, hiding, or bending to fit others' expectations. Honesty with yourself and others is not always easy. It requires courage, clarity, and a strong sense of self. Yet, this commitment to truth shapes your character, deepens your relationships, and anchors you in resilience. Being honest starts with understanding your own values and beliefs. If you don't know what you truly think or feel, speaking honestly becomes impossible. Take the time to reflect on what matters most to you. What are your core principles? What feelings do you have about the situations and people in your life? This self-awareness creates a solid foundation for truthful expression. It keeps your words aligned with your inner reality, rather than a reaction to external pressure. Often people avoid honesty because they fear judgment, rejection, or conflict. These fears are natural but not reasons to remain silent or dishonest. Facing these fears head-on strengthens your resolve. Remind yourself that your truth is valid, and that expressing it is an act of respect to both yourself and others. When you speak honestly, you invite real connection, which is far more valuable than superficial harmony built on falsehoods. Practicing honest communication means saying what you mean clearly and respectfully. Honesty does not justify being harsh or careless with words. It's about expressing your thoughts and feelings with kindness and clarity. When you frame your truth thoughtfully, people are more likely to listen and understand, rather than react defensively. Use I statements to own your perspective instead of blaming or accusing others. This approach keeps conversations open and productive. Standing strong in your truth also involves setting boundaries. When your truth clashes with others' expectations or demands, you must protect your integrity by saying no or speaking up. Boundaries safeguard your well-being and prevent resentment from building. They send a clear message about what you will and will not accept in your life. Firm boundaries create space for your truth to flourish without being compromised. It's important to prepare for resistance when you stand in your truth. Not everyone will agree with you or appreciate your honesty. Some may challenge or dismiss what you say. This is part of the process and not a reflection of your worth. When met with opposition, stay calm and grounded. Reaffirm your truth quietly within and respond with confidence, not aggression. This inner steadiness disarms negativity and keeps you on your path. Honesty with yourself is just as crucial as honesty with others. Self-deception is a major barrier to growth and happiness. Admit your mistakes, acknowledge your weaknesses, and accept your limitations. This radical honesty fosters humility and opens the door for learning and improvement. When you are truthful about where you are, you gain clarity about where to go next. It also lightens emotional burdens by releasing denial and avoidance. In relationships, honest communication builds trust. When you consistently speak your truth, others learn they can rely on your words and intentions. This reliability creates deeper intimacy and mutual respect. Avoiding dishonesty or manipulation strengthens connections and reduces misunderstandings. Even difficult truths, when shared with care, contribute to healthier and more authentic relationships. To develop this habit, start by practicing honesty in small, everyday situations. Express your preferences, opinions, and feelings clearly. Notice how it feels to be straightforward and observe the responses you receive. Over time, increase the depth and difficulty of what you share. Build confidence through consistent practice, remembering that every truthful interaction is a victory for your integrity. Writing down your thoughts can also help you clarify your truth before speaking it aloud. Journaling allows you to explore your feelings honestly and organize your ideas. This process makes verbal expression easier and more confident. When you know exactly what you want to say, you stand stronger and communicate more effectively. Listening is a vital part of honest communication. To truly stand in your truth, you must also respect the truth of others. Active listening without judgment creates a safe space for dialogue. This openness encourages reciprocal honesty and fosters mutual understanding. Standing strong in your truth does not mean shutting down other perspectives, but engaging with them respectfully and firmly. Avoid the trap of perfectionism in your honesty. You don't have to say everything at once or express yourself flawlessly. Truth-telling is a journey, not a one-time event. Allow yourself to learn, adjust and grow in how you communicate. Mistakes or misunderstandings can be corrected with further honest dialogue. This flexibility strengthens your communication skills and deepens your authenticity. Recognize that your truth may evolve over time. As you grow and experience life, your beliefs and feelings may shift. Embrace this natural change rather than clinging rigidly to past versions of yourself. Being honest means being truthful to who you are now, even if that means changing your stance or admitting uncertainty. This dynamic honesty reflects maturity and openness. Speak your truth in alignment with your actions. Integrity means consistency between what you say and what you do. When your behavior matches your words, you build credibility and self-respect. This alignment reduces inner conflict and anxiety because you no longer have to pretend or cover up. Living your truth fully is the ultimate form of freedom. When confronted with difficult situations, pause before responding to ensure your words reflect your genuine truth. Impulsive reactions often lead to distortion or exaggeration. Taking a moment to breathe and think helps you stay grounded and articulate your perspective clearly. This practice reduces regret and enhances the impact of your honesty. Celebrate the courage it takes to be honest and stand strong. Acknowledge the bravery required to risk vulnerability and possible rejection. Every time you speak your truth, you reinforce your self-worth and resilience. This growing courage transforms fear into strength and empowers you to navigate life with confidence. Remember that honesty is a gift you give yourself and others. It brings clarity, peace, and genuine connection. By speaking honestly and standing strong in your truth, you create a life built on authenticity and respect. This foundation supports continuous growth, meaningful relationships, and true fulfillment. Commit to this practice daily by setting intentions to be truthful in your words and actions. Reflect regularly on how well you uphold your truth and where you can improve. Embrace feedback as an opportunity to deepen your understanding and expression of honesty. This commitment becomes a powerful habit that shapes your character and destiny. Ultimately, living honestly is a form of self-mastery. It demands discipline, courage, and self-awareness, but the reward is a life of integrity, freedom, and deep inner peace. Speaking honestly and standing strong in your truth is not just a principle, it is the path to becoming your best self. Chapter 7. Learn something new every single day without fail. Learning something new every single day without fail is one of the most powerful habits anyone can develop to continuously improve their life. This daily commitment transforms your mind, sharpens your perspective, and creates endless opportunities for growth. It is not about mastering huge topics overnight, but about consistently expanding your knowledge, skills, or understanding little by little. This small, steady progress builds momentum that can lead to profound change. Every day offers a chance to discover, explore, and absorb something fresh. This approach keeps your brain active and resilient. It encourages curiosity, which is the root of creativity and problem-solving. By feeding your mind with new information regularly, you avoid stagnation and complacency. Learning daily also strengthens discipline and focus as you deliberately make time to seek knowledge instead of passively drifting through routines. The process of learning should be purposeful and intentional. Identify areas that excite you or align with your goals. Whether it's improving a professional skill, understanding human behavior, or exploring a new language, the choice matters because interest fuels persistence. Even seemingly small or unrelated knowledge can become useful unexpectedly. Keeping an open mind allows you to connect ideas from different fields and innovate in unique ways. Start by carving out dedicated time each day for learning. This might be as little as 15 minutes, but done consistently, Use this time to read, listen to podcasts, watch educational videos, or practice a new skill. Consistency beats intensity because the habit matters more than how much you do at once. This steady intake helps retain information better and builds a lifelong learning mindset. Learning is not limited to formal education or books. Life itself is a constant classroom if you pay attention, observe people's behavior, reflect on your experiences, and ask questions, challenge your assumptions, and seek alternative viewpoints. Real-world interactions and self-reflection deepen your understanding beyond theory. When you approach life with a learner's attitude, every moment becomes valuable. One key aspect of learning daily is accepting mistakes and failures as part of the process. Not every attempt will result in perfect knowledge or skill, and that is okay. Failure is feedback that helps you adjust and improve. Embracing this mindset removes the fear of being wrong and opens the door to experimentation and discovery. Resilience grows from recognizing that setbacks are temporary and instructive. Incorporate journaling as a tool to capture new insights and track your progress. Writing about what you learn clarifies your thoughts and strengthens memory. It also creates a record to revisit and build upon. This practice encourages deeper thinking and personal connection to the material. Regular reflection on your learning journey enhances motivation and reveals patterns of growth. Engage with others who share your interests or challenge your thinking. Discussions, study groups, or mentorship provide different perspectives and keep you accountable. Teaching what you learn to others reinforces your own knowledge and communication skills. Sharing your discoveries creates a sense of community and purpose that energizes your commitment. Adopt a beginner's mindset regardless of your expertise level. Being humble about what you know creates space for new ideas and prevents arrogance from blocking growth. Curiosity is not limited by age or status. It thrives in openness and willingness to explore. This attitude fosters flexibility and adaptability, essential traits for navigating life's uncertainties. Be selective about your sources of information to avoid overwhelm and misinformation. Choose reputable books, experts, and platforms that align with your values and goals. Quality over quantity ensures your learning is meaningful and reliable. Avoid multitasking when learning to maximize focus and absorption. Deep engagement with a single topic daily yields better results than scattered attention. Use technology to your advantage by setting reminders or using apps that deliver bite-sized lessons. This makes learning convenient and integrated into your daily routine. However, balance digital learning with offline experiences to engage different parts of your brain and prevent fatigue. Practical application of new knowledge solidifies learning far beyond passive consumption. Set specific learning goals and celebrate milestones. These goals give direction and purpose to your daily efforts. Tracking achievements, no matter how small, reinforces positive habits and boosts confidence. Recognize that growth is a process, not an immediate outcome. Patience and persistence create lasting change over time. Avoid comparing your progress to others. Learning is a personal journey influenced by your unique pace and interests. Focus on your own development and enjoy the satisfaction of daily improvement. This mindset prevents discouragement and nurtures self-compassion, which sustains long-term motivation. Maintain balance by alternating challenging subjects with enjoyable topics. This variety keeps learning stimulating and prevents burnout. Allow yourself breaks and moments to process information. Rest is essential for memory consolidation and creative thinking. A healthy rhythm of learning and recovery supports sustained progress. Remember that knowledge alone is not enough. Applying what you learn is critical. Experiment with new ideas, integrate skills into your daily life, and observe the outcomes. Action transforms information into wisdom and empowers you to make meaningful changes. Reflection on your application deepens understanding and guides future learning. Approach learning as an investment in your future self. Every bit of knowledge, no matter how small, contributes to building a richer, more capable and confident version of you. This mindset turns curiosity into a lifelong habit that fuels personal and professional success. Commit to this practice daily by setting a clear intention each morning to learn something new. End your day by reviewing what you gained and how it moves you forward. This cycle of intention and reflection creates a powerful learning loop that enhances your growth mindset. Ultimately, learning something new every day builds mental strength, broadens horizons, and enriches your life experience. It empowers you to adapt, innovate, and thrive in an ever-changing world. This simple but profound habit is a cornerstone of leveling up your life continuously. Chapter 8. Protect your peace by saying no without guilt. Protecting your peace starts with the power to say no without guilt. This simple phrase is a profound tool to guard your mental space, energy, and time. Many people struggle with saying no because they fear disappointing others or feeling selfish, yet constantly saying yes to every request or demand leads to overwhelm, burnout, and resentment. Learning to decline gracefully and confidently is essential to living a balanced and fulfilling life. Saying no is not about rejection or cruelty. It is an act of self-respect. When you say no to something that drains you or pulls you away from your priorities, you say yes to your well-being and goals. This boundary protects your peace by preventing unnecessary stress and distractions. Recognizing your limits is not a weakness but a strength that keeps you grounded and focused on what truly matters. It helps to understand that saying no is a skill that requires practice. The first step is to become aware of your feelings when asked to do something. Pay attention to your inner voice. If a request triggers anxiety, discomfort, or exhaustion, that is a signal your peace is at risk. Trust these instincts rather than pushing through out of obligation or guilt. Honoring your feelings builds authenticity and clarity in your decisions. Start by pausing before responding. You don't owe an immediate answer. Taking time to evaluate whether a request aligns with your values and capacity empowers you to choose wisely. This moment of reflection prevents automatic yes responses that lead to overcommitment. A thoughtful no is better than a rushed yes that creates problems later. Use clear and polite language when saying no. You don't need to justify or over-explain your decision. A simple "I can't commit to this right now" or "I need to focus on my current priorities" is enough. People who respect you will understand and appreciate your honesty. Remember that your time and energy are valuable resources that deserve protection. It is important to detach your sense of worth from the need to please others. Constantly seeking approval erodes your peace and makes you vulnerable to burnout. When you realize that your value is inherent and not dependent on others' demands, saying no becomes easier. This shift frees you from guilt and empowers you to choose what supports your growth. Practice setting boundaries in small ways first. Decline minor requests that do not align with your interests or schedule. Gradually build confidence to say no to bigger demands that threaten your peace. Every successful no reinforces your ability to protect yourself and clarifies your priorities to those around you. Accept that some people may react negatively or try to persuade you when you say no. This is a test of your resolve. Stand firm without feeling pressured to change your decision. Your peace is worth more than temporary discomfort from disappointing others. Over time, consistent boundaries teach others how to treat you and respect your limits. Learn to identify when your peace is being compromised even without external requests. Negative thoughts, toxic environments, or draining relationships also require saying no. This may mean distancing yourself from negativity or limiting interactions that harm your mental health. Saying no to harmful influences creates space for positive energy and growth. Use self-compassion when you struggle with saying no. Feeling guilty is natural because many are conditioned to put others first. Acknowledge these feelings without letting them control your choices. Remind yourself that saying no is necessary for self-care and long-term well-being. Compassion for yourself strengthens resilience and inner peace. Cultivate a mindset that values peace above pleasing others. When your mental and emotional health improves, you become more available and effective in your commitments. Saying no when needed enhances the quality of your yes responses, making them more meaningful and sustainable. Reflect regularly on how protecting your peace affects your life. Notice improvements in your energy, mood, and focus. Celebrate the freedom that comes from living authentically and setting boundaries. This reflection motivates continued practice and deepens your commitment to yourself. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries and support your peace. Healthy relationships recognize the importance of balance and encourage you to prioritize your needs. Their respect reinforces your confidence in saying no without guilt. Positive social circles contribute significantly to maintaining a peaceful life. Use practical tools to support your boundary-setting efforts. This might include scheduling time blocks where you are unavailable, turning off notifications, or delegating tasks. These actions create physical and mental space that makes saying no easier and more effective. Understand that protecting your peace is an ongoing journey, not a one-time event. Life circumstances and demands change, requiring continuous attention to your limits. Stay vigilant and adjust boundaries as needed to maintain harmony in your life. Remember that peace is a foundation for growth and happiness. Without it, even the most ambitious goals become difficult to pursue. Saying no without guilt is a powerful commitment to your inner calm and long-term success. Embrace the freedom that comes from choosing what serves you best. This choice fosters clarity, reduces stress, and opens the door for deeper fulfillment. Protecting your peace through mindful no's is an act of courage and wisdom that shapes a life worth living. Chapter 9. Surround yourself with people who uplift your growth. Choosing the people you spend your time with is one of the most important decisions you can make for your personal growth. The people around you influence your mindset, your habits, and ultimately the trajectory of your life. When you surround yourself with individuals who support and inspire you, growth becomes not just possible, but inevitable. This connection fuels motivation, offers encouragement during setbacks, and challenges you to be your best self consistently. It's easy to underestimate how much your environment shapes your behavior. Negative influences can drain your energy, lower your confidence, and keep you stuck in limiting patterns. On the other hand, positive connections can elevate your thinking and help you see new possibilities. The company you keep either raises your standards or pulls you down. Recognizing this reality is the first step toward taking control of your social world. Start by observing the people you interact with most. Reflect on how you feel after spending time with them. Do they leave you energized and hopeful, or tired and doubtful? Honest evaluation can reveal whether these relationships are supportive or harmful to your growth. Sometimes the hardest part is admitting that certain connections no longer serve you. Growth requires courage to let go of those who hold you back, even if they have been part of your life for a long time. Seek out people who share your values and ambitions. These individuals naturally understand and support your goals. Their presence encourages accountability and provides perspective when challenges arise. Being around others who are striving for improvement creates a culture of growth that lifts everyone involved. Their successes inspire you, and your efforts inspire them, creating a powerful cycle of mutual encouragement. Look for mentors or role models who demonstrate qualities you want to develop. Their experiences and wisdom can guide your journey and save you from common pitfalls. Engage with their work, reach out for advice, and learn from their approach to challenges. Being connected to those who have walked the path before you provides clarity and inspiration that textbooks and theories alone cannot offer. Cultivate friendships that challenge your thinking respectfully. Growth requires being pushed beyond comfort zones. Surrounding yourself with people who ask tough questions or offer honest feedback helps you see blind spots and improve. These conversations can be uncomfortable, but are essential for deep self-awareness and progress. Embrace the discomfort as a sign that you are moving forward. Value those who celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Genuine supporters notice and affirm your efforts, boosting your confidence and perseverance. Their encouragement creates a safe space for risk-taking and experimentation. When you feel supported, setbacks become learning opportunities rather than reasons to quit. Make space for diversity in your social circle. People with different backgrounds, skills, and perspectives broaden your understanding and creativity. Exposure to new ideas and approaches enriches your growth and helps you adapt to change more easily. Diverse connections teach flexibility and empathy, qualities essential for personal development and leadership. Set boundaries with those who drain your energy or undermine your goals. Protecting your growth means limiting time spent on negative influences. This may require difficult conversations or physical distance. Prioritize your well-being and remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Saying no to toxic relationships opens room for healthier connections. Invest time and effort into building meaningful relationships. Growth thrives in genuine connections where trust and respect are present. Practice active listening, offer support, and be vulnerable in sharing your journey. Authentic relationships deepen motivation and create a network of accountability and encouragement. Use social media wisely by following people who inspire and educate rather than drain your focus. Curate your digital environment to align with your growth goals. Unfollow accounts that trigger negativity or distraction and engage with content that motivates and teaches. Your online community can be a valuable resource when chosen intentionally. Attend events, workshops, or groups that align with your interests and goals. Physical presence in spaces where growth is the focus increases opportunities to meet uplifting people. Shared experiences in learning environments create bonds that support continuous improvement. Reflect regularly on your social connections and their impact on your life. Ask yourself if your current relationships move you closer to the person you want to become. Adjust your circle intentionally based on this reflection. Growth is an ongoing process that requires continual assessment and alignment of your environment. Remember that you also play a role in uplifting others. Being a positive influence in your community strengthens your growth and deepens your connections. Share your experiences, offer encouragement, and celebrate others' progress. Giving support creates a reciprocal dynamic that benefits everyone involved. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift your growth is not about perfection, but progress. No one has an ideal social circle at all times. What matters is the willingness to choose consciously and adjust as needed. This awareness empowers you to create a network that nourishes your development and resilience. Your social environment shapes your reality more than you realize. When chosen with intention, it becomes a foundation for success and fulfillment. By surrounding yourself with those who encourage, challenge, and inspire, you set yourself up for lasting growth and transformation. The company you keep becomes your strength on the path to leveling up your life. Chapter 10. Track your progress and reflect on your actions daily. Tracking progress and reflecting daily on your actions is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate for sustained personal growth. When you consistently check in with yourself, you gain clarity on where you stand, what works, and what needs adjustment. This practice transforms vague intentions into concrete steps and ensures that you remain accountable to the goals you have set. Without this discipline, it's easy to drift off course or repeat the same mistakes, but with it, every day becomes an opportunity to learn and improve. The process begins with simple observation. Taking a moment to honestly assess what you did, how you felt, and the results you achieved lays the groundwork for meaningful insight. This is not about self-criticism or judgment, but about awareness. Awareness fuels improvement because it highlights patterns of behavior and thought that either propel you forward or hold you back. When you pause regularly, your mind sharpens and your decisions become more deliberate. Writing down your reflections enhances this effect dramatically. A journal, a digital app, or even a simple notebook becomes your mirror. By committing your thoughts to paper, you create a record that reveals progress over time. It also forces clarity, since ideas and emotions must be articulated precisely. When you read back, you discover lessons you might have missed in the moment. This documentation anchors your growth in reality and makes it tangible. Start with asking key questions each day. What did I accomplish today? What challenges did I face? How did I respond to those challenges? What could I have done differently? How do I feel about the direction I am heading? Answering these honestly offers a clear picture of your trajectory. It also encourages responsibility because you recognize that your choices directly impact outcomes. Tracking your progress goes beyond just noting successes. It's equally important to record setbacks and failures. These moments are often the richest source of learning. When you reflect on what caused a slip or what triggered unproductive behavior, you gain valuable insight into areas for growth. Treat mistakes as data points rather than personal flaws. This mindset encourages resilience because it shifts focus from shame to strategy. Regular reflection also helps in identifying habits and routines that serve you well. When you notice that certain practices lead to increased energy, focus, or motivation, you can reinforce those behaviors consciously. Conversely, when you see that some actions drain your energy or divert attention, you can decide to change or eliminate them. Over time, this cycle of observation, reflection, and adjustment fine-tunes your daily habits toward excellence. Consistency in this practice matters more than duration. Even a few minutes each evening to review your day can build momentum. The key is to make reflection a non-negotiable part of your routine. When it becomes automatic, you develop a heightened sense of self-awareness that naturally guides better choices. Discipline in reflection builds discipline in action. This process also deepens your emotional intelligence. By tuning into your feelings about your actions and progress, you develop a better understanding of your internal landscape. This awareness allows you to manage emotions effectively rather than being controlled by them. Emotional clarity supports better decision-making and strengthens your capacity to persevere through difficulties. Setting measurable criteria for your goals helps make tracking more effective. Define clear markers of progress that you can observe daily. These can be small wins or specific milestones. Having concrete benchmarks reduces ambiguity and provides motivation as you see tangible results. Celebrating these small victories sustains enthusiasm and reinforces commitment. Reflection can also serve as a creative space for problem solving. When you review your day, you can brainstorm new strategies or approaches to obstacles. This continuous feedback loop encourages innovation and adaptability. Instead of being stuck in old patterns, you learn to pivot and grow smarter with each step. Be patient with yourself during this journey. Growth is not linear, and progress often comes in waves. Some days will feel productive and others less so. The important part is the ongoing commitment to check in and keep moving forward. Each reflection builds upon the last, creating a cumulative effect that leads to meaningful transformation. Tracking progress daily creates a sense of ownership over your life. It reminds you that your destiny is shaped by your actions and attitudes every moment. This empowerment is essential for sustained motivation because it shifts the perspective from external circumstances to internal control. Knowing that your effort matters deeply fuels persistence and confidence. Finally, use your reflections to realign with your purpose and values regularly. When your actions connect with your deeper why, motivation strengthens naturally. Reflection reveals whether your daily behaviors align with your bigger vision. When they do, you feel more fulfilled and driven. When they don't, you gain the insight needed to correct course before losing momentum. Tracking progress and reflecting daily is a lifelong practice that sharpens every aspect of your growth. It deepens self-awareness, strengthens discipline, and fuels motivation. By committing to this habit, you transform your life into a deliberate journey of improvement. Each day becomes a step closer to the person you are capable of becoming. This simple but powerful practice is a foundation for leveling up your life in a way that is real, lasting, and deeply satisfying.